Introduction. Amy Slaton, one half of TLC's breakout reality show 1000, LB SISTRR, has spent years sharing her life publicly, from her weight loss journey to the emotional roller coaster of marriage, motherhood, and eventually divorce. Fans have watched Amy evolve from a YouTube content creator to a reality star who has undergone massive transformation both physically and emotionally. But in the aftermath of her divorce from Michael Halterman, Amy's turbulent behavior, breakdowns, and decisions have sparked a deeper conversation. Is being in a relationship truly healthy for Amy right now? While love and companionship can be healing, Amy's struggles in her personal life post-divorce suggest that being single might be what she needs most to reclaim her identity, mental health, and independence. Her story isn't just about heartbreak. It's about resilience, self-discovery, and the reality that healing sometimes requires solitude. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Chapter 1. Love, Weight, and Pressure on Screen. Amy's initial storyline on 1000, LB SISTRR revolved around her dream to lose enough weight to have children. Her then-husband, Michael Halterman, was portrayed as supportive, albeit quiet and passive. Their dynamic seemed simple. Amy wanted a family, and Michael appeared willing to support that vision. But behind the scenes, or perhaps hiding in plain sight, was a lack of emotional communication and shared responsibility. Viewers slowly began noticing how much Amy handled on her own. From taking care of their two sons, Gage and Glenn, to managing household duties while dealing with her own health issues, Amy appeared increasingly overwhelmed. Michael, who once seemed like a calm presence, became more of a shadow in her life. The imbalance in their relationship started to crack under pressure. And as the cameras rolled, fans watched as the couple unraveled. Chapter 2. Divorce and the Raw Aftermath. In March 2023, news broke that Amy had filed for divorce. The couple's separation was far from amicable. Public records and leaked documents detailed custody battles, restraining orders, and allegations of emotional neglect. For fans who had hoped Amy's marriage was her happy ending, this was a sobering turn of events. Amy was thrust into single motherhood with two toddlers, unresolved trauma, and the unrelenting eye of the public. She cried on screen. She yelled. She struggled to parent while feeling emotionally broken. It was raw, painful, and at times uncomfortable to watch, but it was real. Divorce is traumatic for anyone, but for someone who has spent years dealing with codependency, body image issues, and self-esteem struggles, it can feel like the world is ending. Amy wasn't just losing a partner, she was losing the illusion that she had finally made it to the other side of happiness. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Chapter 3. Loneliness isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. One of the most powerful realizations Amy's post-divorce journey has revealed is that loneliness is not inherently a bad thing. In fact, it can be a powerful teacher. For someone like Amy, who has long sought validation through external sources, whether via relationships, fans, or family, learning to be alone is a radical act of self-love. Instead of rushing into another relationship to fill the void left by Michael, Amy's greatest challenge is learning to sit with herself, understand her needs, and heal the wounds that were never addressed in her marriage. As painful as it is to admit, some of her struggles have shown that she's not yet emotionally equipped to enter a healthy, balanced relationship. Chapter 4. Parenting Through Pain. One of the most heart-wrenching aspects of Amy's post-divorce reality is her role as a mother. She clearly loves her sons deeply. But parenting through emotional turmoil is like trying to navigate a storm without a compass. There are moments when Amy breaks down mid-conversation or lashes out in frustration, and fans can see her struggling to hold it together. These instances highlight a painful truth. When a person is drowning emotionally, it's hard to stay afloat for others, even those you love most. Amy doesn't need a new relationship to rescue her from this. She needs therapy, support systems, and time. Only through healing can she become the grounded parent her sons need. Adding another partner into that fragile ecosystem could destabilize her even more. Chapter 5. The Cycle of Codependency. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Amy's past and present suggest a pattern of codependency. She often prioritizes others' needs above her own, loses herself in relationships, and seeks validation from external sources. These behaviors are common among people who have experienced emotional neglect, body shaming, or low self-worth, experiences Amy has spoken openly about. Unfortunately, being in a relationship can exacerbate these tendencies. Instead of learning to self-soothe or make decisions independently, Amy may lean on a partner in unhealthy ways. That's not to say she's incapable of love, but right now, the love she needs most is her own. Chapter 6. The Pressure of Public Healing. Another major hurdle in Amy's healing journey is the fact that it's unfolding under public scrutiny. Most people get to cry, scream, and stumble in private. Amy does it with cameras rolling, internet trolls commenting, and producers pushing for drama. This constant exposure can make it harder to find emotional stability. Amy is not just navigating personal loss, she's also trying to curate a public image, manage fans' expectations, and protect her children's privacy. It's exhausting, and it's no wonder she's struggling. Being in a relationship right now would only add another layer of complication. It might seem like a source of comfort, but in reality, it could become another pressure point. Chapter 7. Finding Identity Outside of Wife and Sister. For much of her life, Amy has been defined by others. She's been Tammy's sister, Michael's wife, and the girl who lost weight. But who is Amy outside of those roles? Post-divorce, she now has a rare opportunity to find out. This chapter of her life is about rediscovery. What are her passions? What does she want from the next 10 years of her life? What kind of example does she want to set for her sons? These are questions no partner can answer for her. The answers lie within Amy, and she can only access them by being still, alone, and honest with herself. Chapter 8. The Temptation of Rebound Relationships. After a painful breakup, the temptation to dive into a new romance is high. The warmth of someone else's attention can feel like a bomb. But Amy's vulnerability makes her susceptible to unhealthy attachments, especially if they mimic old patterns. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Fans have speculated about her dating life, with some rumors circulating about potential flings. But any relationship formed in the shadow of heartbreak is unlikely to be rooted in emotional health. Amy deserves a partner who sees her for who she is, not someone who exploits her fame, trauma, or loneliness. Until she's confident in herself and emotionally grounded, relationships may serve more as distractions than healing tools. Chapter 9. Therapy, not romance, is the real key. The real breakthrough in Amy's journey won't come from a new love. It will come from therapy. Professional mental health support can help her unpack childhood trauma, codependency, emotional triggers, and post-divorce grief. Fans have seen glimpses of Amy attempting therapy, but consistency is key. Healing isn't linear, and it often gets worse before it gets better. But if Amy sticks with it, she has the potential to break generational cycles, develop healthy boundaries, and truly grow. And once that foundation is set, a future relationship, if she wants one, will have a much better chance of thriving. Chapter 10. What Amy Deserves. At the heart of it all, Amy deserves peace. She deserves stability. She deserves to be loved, not for her potential or her pain, but for who she truly is. But that love must begin internally. If Amy jumps from relationship to relationship without healing the wounds left by her past, she'll continue to repeat harmful cycles. But if she commits to herself, her growth, and her children, she can create a life that's fulfilling, partner or no partner. Amy doesn't need to be in a relationship to be whole. She's already complete. Conclusion: healing in solitude. Amy Slaton's post-divorce struggles have been difficult to watch, but they also highlight an important lesson. Not every season of life needs to include a romantic relationship. Sometimes, the most profound growth comes from walking alone. Amy is in the midst of a transformation. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Her courage to show up, break down, and keep trying in front of millions is commendable. But moving forward, the best thing she can do isn't to find someone new, it's to find herself. Only then will Amy Slaton truly thrive. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.